Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, viewers all around the globe, all around America, welcome back to the Bold Prediction Sports Media Podcast. He's Mr. KC from the 813. I'm that dude with the beard. And man, oh man, NBA action, NBA action. I didn't think I leaned back far enough, but just in case, pay
Ooh,
a little
yeah.
homage being paid. I think today's game is going to be done in the spirit of the Mamba. It's time to close it out. Mr. KC, man, how you doing, man? How you feeling?
Ooh, doing pretty good. A little late night on the East Coast for some NBA action, but I'm enjoying it so far. We do have a live game going on right now as we currently speak.
Hmm.
It is Miami. The Knicks are currently winning 92 to 85. Shout out the Knicks. But, they really need this game. This is an elimination game for them. So hopefully they can turn one.
And look, and I just want to say this, Knicks, man, Knicks fans. I've been big on New York sports all year. Um, I'm like I said, kudos to y'all for making it this far, man. But I don't know. I think tonight's the night. I think this is it. Jimmy Butler. Looks like it's 88-92 right now. So we're gonna see what happens, man. We're looking like we're gonna get another replay of a couple of Western Conference finals from a few years ago and a couple of Eastern Conference ones. It's looking like it might shake out here. Uh, you never know because we're seeing how it's going down right now. Miami's up 3-1, probably solidified tonight. Jimmy Butler's playing good. Kevin
Uh,
Love,
I
yeah.
don't know. It looks like the Knicks might make it at least a little longer of a series. I think they might win tonight, so it'll be an interesting ball game.
Oh, for sure. We're gonna see. We're gonna see where that where those chips ultimately land. Um, I'm just leaning more toward Miami because it seems like we're gonna get what I've been calling all week, the bubble rematch. It seems like
Mm,
Miami is poised to make the push that nobody thought they could, and the purple and gold Knights, the standard of the NBA, they're making the most grand push you can right now. You got the defending champions literally on the ropes, one haymaker away for putting them down and moving on. So
with a
we'll
game
see
that
what happens.
supposed to start shortly, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Oh yeah, it's coming
Uh,
on soon, and trust me, folks, my eyes will be all over it. You're gonna get the reaction video tonight. I'm telling you, once we win tonight, bold prediction. Once we solidify this tonight, shout out to my boy Teach Talking Sports. Uh, Once we win tonight, Teach, we'll get more videos ready on these Lakers and how they're the most well balanced team in the West and how they're poised to make this title run. We'll get into that detailed. Mr. KC, let's stay on Miami and New York for a minute. What's your thoughts about this Nick team this season overall?
well, it's kind of a surprising team. It is a slight surprise, almost similar to what the Giants did, I would say. You see a lot of similarities in both teams. I would say they both outperformed expectations. As a typical NBA fan, you kind of know what to expect with the Knicks,
True.
and that's very low expectations. And they've exceeded that this year. I would say that they're probably going to win tonight. They're going to lose this series, obviously, but they're going to win tonight, keep the series going, and I'd still call it a win for the season overall. Good
I would agree
foundation
with
to
you.
build on.
Yeah, I would agree with you because really, there's nowhere to go but up. You spent years on the bottom trying to find the right pieces, right players, and now you seem to be in a situation to where you finish fifth in the East, unexpected fifth finish in the East,
Mhm.
and you can build on that and keep going. And not even necessarily needing to land what you would call a superstar esque player, but have a lot of guys who's ready to get it done. Maybe just continue to let Julius Randle be your star. So we'll have to see
Right.
what's going on with that. But yeah, this game tonight is about what quarter are they in now? Looks like
Fourth
they're in the
quarter.
fourth. 4 minutes
Fourth.
left. Knicks are up 6, so we'll see the conclusion of that here shortly, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm leaning more on the Miami side. Like I said, nobody expecting them to be there, and I like a good underdog story when it ain't got nothing to do with football, because football's any given Sunday. I don't believe in an underdog. You just got to come to win. Uh, Getting into the primetime game though of the night, the Los Angeles Lakers.
Mm,
Just how many words? There's not enough words I can use to express how great these Lakers have looked in this playoff series, and how we've seen players step up in this series and really take to life and do more than what's expected. Like this is the season of more. Like if LeBron wins this
mm.
championship, this will be the most respected championship he has ever got. This will probably be, in a lot of people's opinion, his not his first chip, but his first chip.
His
I
first
mean,
one, it
you
really
know what I
might be.
mean? You know what I mean? Because I
Maybe.
mean, you shrouded in superstars the first two. Yeah,
Well, you
you
still
went
got
back
to
to
kind of
Cleveland.
glance over. Hold on, you still got to kind of glance over at AD. Like I don't know.
Oh no, I was getting to that too.
Yeah.
I was like,
Okay.
he's trying to make it like it's the Kobe Gasol thing, but it's not, because AD is way more than Gasol's ever been, especially as far as athleticism, defensive prowess, offensive genius. Like it's not even a conversation. So you can say he's doing it with one All Star, but AD now is not nearly on the level of Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade, especially in that era of basketball when you had two dudes who were certified leaders of their own team. Geez, take them to the playoff, stuff like that.
Right.
And even D Wade's uh, situation, then he was already a champion. So, you know, factoring in all that, like I said, the Cleveland run was okay. It was pretty impressive, but then again, it was an ensemble. It's like where LeBron goes, he tried to be the Avengers. And almost he assembles the cast, and I can't hate on him. They come out, they want to play with him seemingly. So uh, he gets this chip. This will be chip number 5. He'll tie Kobe Bryant, and finally probably put him in that conversation of being the third best player of all time.
Yeah, pretty much. If he actually wins the NBA
If he
championship,
wins the
I
NBA,
feel
all
like
that
we're
hinges on a win. You are sure.
yeah, yeah, because they would still have to get past the Suns or the Nuggets, whoever advances in
Which
the West.
won't be hard to do. I mean, it's the Suns and the Nuggets. They don't go to the finals.
Woof, woof,
So I
woof.
mean, yeah. So
This is big Laker talk, folks. I don't know.
our history
Um,
against the Suns it speaks volumes. It proves itself the historic record, and
historically,
not to mention the historic record against the Nuggets too. I mean, I think the last time the Nuggets, well, no, one of the last few times they was in the championship, the Western Conference Finals was against the Lakers, and I believe a couple times. Well, I know every time they faced them, they lost. So we'll see what happens. I mean, hey, pick your poison. Either
right?
way, this looks like it looks like it might be LeBron's time. Ooh, the way this
Yeah,
thing's shaking
between
down.
LeBron going up against Kevin Durant. We're really about
You said,
Kevin Durant versus LeBron. I know who I like in that kind of competition, and even
yeah,
Joker
I'm gonna have to,
versus
bro.
AD or LeBron. Like I'm kind of going Joker right now too. I think this is pretty easily the end of the road for the Lakers. Like they ran into the Golden State team, who's let's be honest, getting slightly dusty. It's kind
They're
of
the
just reminds you
champions.
of San Antonio. It reminds you of the Spurs back in the early 2000s and whatnot,
And
where
you know what
every
this
couple of
reminds
years
me
it's the
of?
year, but
Yeah, no, I get it. And it reminds me of those teams where I was thinking, yeah, they should be the teams to win, but the Lakers just somehow find a way, like they usually do. It's just like this
mm,
almost reminds me of the AFC title picture. You're talking about the Bills and the Bengals when the Chiefs are already solidifying their spot and getting ready to move on. They're not in this struggle match. This ain't a chess match. This is the most balanced team that they got outside of Joker. that team's done. I don't. They couldn't win with. I mean, couldn't win without him. So I mean, we'll see what happens.
Uh, we'll see what happens.
It's
Speaking
the
of that,
nature.
let's continue on that East a little bit. As a 76ers fan, because Boston might really be out here doing it. I'm a fan of Boston too, so I can't really say it just like that. But let's be realistic, folks. Like, whew, this is a rough time. This is kind of it's that heated matchup. It's do or die time for the 76ers.
Right. And then your boy Joel Embiid, 33 points got
Joel
them the dub.
MVP Embiid.
Yeah, exactly. You were Joel BP. VP. Embiid VP.
MVP.
That's what it is. Embiid VP.
Yeah,
So,
I'm glad they gave him the MVP. So when I mispronounce his last name every time, I can just use that. I can just fumble it, kind of stumble into that conversation. Like, hey, at least I'm giving him credit where credit's due. Joel Embiid, Pete.
well, yeah, but MVP or not, they're leading the series right now, which is pretty impressive over the Boston Celtics, who, I'm not a fan of, and I'm glad that they're actually losing this series. Let's do it, Philly. Go ahead and take those Celtics out so you can go ahead and run into these Miami Heats. And
Oh, actually, I think the Celtics are up 3-2.
we can
That's what I
see.
thought it was.
Oh, no. Remember Philly just won that last game because of Joel Embiid's 33.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. MVP, Embiid VP. He'd have
I don't
went
know
ahead
why I
and got
thought I
him the
seen it
dub.
was 3-2.
Because you was probably hoping it was in your heart because you really want Boston to be up.
Well, there is a bit of that too. Like it is a tough one for me. And you're right, folks. Uh, do the beer got it right. I don't know why I was thinking Philly was behind because Philly did have to do a slight little comeback move, but it's all right.
But luckily, you got another bearded brother down there who's helping Joel Embiid get it done with James Harden. So
Yeah,
shout out to the
yeah.
beard gang all
That's
across the nation,
a
my bearded
bearded
brothers.
wonder right there, man. Yeah, boy, he did he just quit going to the club during the playoffs or something?
Man,
What happened with James Harden in the playoffs?
man, he might be trying to finally get that chip you need. That's solidified. He's one of the greatest scorers of his generation, but he needs some hardware.
Speaking of chips, the Lakers did say that if they won a chip, that Westbrook would also receive a ring.
Yeah, he would. He'll be a champion with an asterisk, but he'll be a champion nonetheless.
Little asterisk. I don't think he goes on his NBA reference page. I don't think you're getting any credit for that one, but it's all right.
No, no, they'll put it on there. There's a
Hmm.
couple people who done already benefited from being traded from the championship team and on the teams, and they ring ceremony getting them a ring too. So I think who else is gonna get a ring? Who was they talking about? Somebody else they mentioned who was talking about they want their ring. But either way, Westbrook, look, man, once a Laker, always a Laker, man. When we get this thing, you get your chip, man, then you're undeniable in the Hall of Fame. They got to put you there.
Yeah, for this
Undeniable.
season alone, because as soon as you left, they got so much. It's what caused them to win.
I
Uh,
say he did everything he had to for the team. That's
look,
a sacrifice.
right? You need me to jump on a grenade, not play?
Everybody got to have a grenade, man.
I got you.
You got
Yeah,
to have that Steve
you do need a
Rogers.
grenade, man. You really do in life. You really don't like
Oh,
it. No lie in that.
yes, sir. But no, we'll see what happens on that. Westbrook, man. Yeah, dude. You done wasted too many good years in OKC. You should have made it work with KD when you had the chance.
Well,
But it's a whole
well,
different story.
OKC should have never happened. The whole franchise should not exist. Um, Oklahoma is not
Oh,
a basketball state.
Right.
I think it's malarkey. It's sacrilegious that Seattle lost a team to go to Oklahoma out of all states possible. I
True.
think it's complete, absolute garbage that an owner would just throw away a historic franchise to go to Oklahoma and talk about weather. Like nobody cares about the weather in Oklahoma. We know it's thundery. We
Tornado
do
Alley.
Tornado Alley. Like there's a reason no one wants to live there.
Right.
No one wants to play there. It's not the beauty of Seattle. It's not the heritage of the Sonics. It's an absolute dumpster fire of a franchise. And there's
Whew.
a reason why they had a combination of Kevin Durant, Westbrook, and Harden and couldn't do Jack Diddley to sniff Jack Diddley ever because they left. It's the curse of leaving Seattle. So that's just how I randomly feel about that, folks.
Hey man, look. When you speak the truth, you speak the truth. Look, I'm gonna have to leave it at that. They should never left Seattle. I agree.
Yeah. And they should
Yeah.
never even have been uh, blessed with being in a conversation of this podcast. I don't know how many times you'll ever hear us talk about the Thunder again. So, because the garbage that they don't make the
Oh,
playoffs, so they don't get any conversation.
this is also true. Um, Speaking of playoffs, let's jump back in to the matchup here that had you pretty stewing and brewing. You think one of these teams are going to the NBA Finals, it seems, and it's the Denver Nuggets and the Phoenix Suns, and the Suns are
Okay.
so trash. I don't even know how you think they're gonna make it, and Denver they they just don't have enough. Talk to me. What do you think? Tell me about it.
What are you talking about?
What do you
What are you
mean?
talking about? Look, last week we was talking about how Denver's running away with this. Denver's running away with this. And I
Yeah.
almost jumped on board and I stopped the train and I'm here to do it again because we desperately, desperately need a couple more wins against
Yeah,
these
but
Nuggets
say,
all of a
yeah,
sudden.
everything.
So last time that I complained and I went back on Please Bless Me Sons Kevin Durant rant, they went ahead and did it and gave me 2 games. So I'm looking to do it again 2 weeks in a row. Let's get into the finals. Everybody wants to see the Suns Lakers. Let's get it. Let's go.
Well, we'll see. Because it looks like they're going to the by and by.
Mm,
I
mm.
think I think your boy Joker, like you like to say, is gonna have something to say about that. Probably another triple. You know what's so crazy? He's beating him. Not that triple double is nowhere near mediocre, but the few times that he's been posting up some good numbers, I mean, they've been kind of low numbers, but these last few times he kind of exploded on y'all. I mean, we're talking 33, 35, 13 and 10. Then we're talking 29, 13 and 12.
Look,
I just,
he- he's a multiple
whew,
time MVP for a reason. Okay, folks. Like he almost had it again this year. Like he's about to we were about to have to change the name to Is This a Joke Award?
right,
We're like, boy, this is been a long
right,
time since a white boy just ran through NBA
man,
championships or not championships, but at least MVP.
MVPs,
Yeah,
right.
like man, it's a rare feat, you know.
No, for sure. He was, yeah, running away with it for
And
sure.
deserved every last one of them too. Like I'm
Right.
not a huge. I like Joker just because, I like big guy basketball. So
Hmm.
and it's nice to see big guy basketball still just absolutely dominating in the NBA.
Right.
So anytime you see a big guy balling, I'm shouting out to you. I'm only 6'2". You're only 6'2" or 6'3" or whatever. And but back in the day, that what we were the big boys in the high school gymnasium, So it plays in my heart of early middle school and high school basketball. Where the only reason I'm getting picked is because they know I can get that rebound and that rock every time. Every time.
Oh man. No, I understand.
Yeah. It's just
Oh
when you got to
man.
go from, center to point guard or, small forward range that I kind of really just, oof,
Right. No,
yeah.
I got you. We're gonna see, man. I don't think DeAndre Ayton's enough to stop this man. He hasn't been, and it just seems like all they need to do to win is for Joker to get a triple double. I mean, because nobody else really performs that good. I mean, we get a couple people get close to 20 points, or maybe a guy who's a little over, but other than that, I don't see either one of these teams beating LA in 7. But we would just have to see, man.
Oof.
Like I said, maybe I'm just missing something because I'm not caught up in the hype.
I think
But
I think we might see a in 4 from either one of them. Like that's the way I'm feeling. Like maybe a fifth. We might see a fifth. We might see a fifth, but this is a handful of games for the West. Whoever finishes out of the Suns, the Nuggets. Like I don't see these Lakers doing it. I
I
don't see how the
can't.
Lakers are here. I
I
don't
can't
understand.
wait.
This is bullshit. They were not supposed to make the
I
playoffs.
can't wait.
Uh, I remember when they were just the bottom of the barrel. We didn't even want to talk. Like it was a sore subject.
It
You
was,
know, it was,
but we fought and we clawed, and we here now, one game away from the Western Conference Finals.
uh,
Would you look at that?
shout them out though.
Shout out to them. Purple and gold. What they say, these colors don't run. Ain't that the
Right,
phrase?
that's what they
Man,
say.
that's what
But
they say.
I think we almost need to run this bowl top 7 so we can get this Laker game on the television. Actually, you know what? We only got less than 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter of this Knicks Miami game. Why don't we see who wins this game before we sign off for the night?
Oh yeah, we're already. It's upon us. Yeah. Let's see how Miami's gonna come back to win this in the last few seconds here, so they can go ahead and get that win solidified. But yeah, I'm really waiting to see this Philadelphia. I want to see if they finally got the chops to make it all the way,
I think.
all the
I
way to the
mean,
Eastern Conference Finals.
it's an easy path after this, if you ask me. I think even if the Knicks did magically pull off a comeback, I don't think the Knicks have enough to beat the 76ers. And I for sure am not picking the Heat either. Like I just don't see it. This is just kind of a classic representation of the East, uh, right here in this matchup. But it's fun to see, and good for the fans of each team to see their team in the playoffs.
I understand. I definitely get it. And I know what you're hoping for, and you hope this don't happen, and you're hoping and praying that the Lakers won't be there, and
No, I'm
all this.
predicting. This show ain't hopes and prayers, folks. We out here to make these bold predictions, and this one ain't quite bold. You out here being a smidge bold. I'll give you that.
Oh, this thing is rolling, man. I'm telling you, this thing is beyond rolled up.
I tell you what, this is definitely getting clipped, folks. This is the clip. Just so you know, he's out here really calling the Heat
This
Lakers.
is it. I'm trying to tell you because, if memory serves, who did Miami beat in the bubble year to get to the finals? Was it Boston?
I think it was.
Yeah, it was Boston. So we'll see, man. If your precious Celtics could beat your precious Sixers, then they gotta face Miami, and the Lakers will play whoever. Probably, a matter of fact, if memory serves, it was the Denver Nuggets that they beat to go to the finals back in 2020. So,
We ain't having no history repeating itself moment here.
shit,
We
it
are
sure looks like it.
no. These teams are not good
It
enough.
sure looks like it.
Neither, not near one of them.
That's what they said back then.
I know, that's what I said
Joker was
before the
MVP then.
playoffs. I wouldn't have picked either one of them. I wouldn't have picked either the Heat or the Lakers to be in the position
So
they
so
are
now we got to
currently.
do
So,
now we got to do like my boy Skip and Shannon do. Now we got to put an Arizona fruit drink on the line for it. We need two of them on the line. When you come on, that young Jesse. Oh man, who knows, man? Who knows? I got Michelob's and I'm at the crib and the Lakers are winning. What more can I do? What more can I
mm,
do? But Mr. KC, we need to go ahead and
Michelob.
put a couple of Arizonas on the line on this one, man. I gotta. We ain't got to do a case of do. I want seven. Yeah, that sounds good. Cause I want seven Arizonas. That's what I want. I need three of them mango, three of them kiwi strawberry, and one
Mm.
grape. Just to make it,
And that grape
just so I
will
got
really
some
be
purple and
smacking you.
gold in there, and one grape.
This grape is kind of underrated. You might need two of them, maybe.
Might need to. I might just need all mango and grape.
What
Call
are
it
we
the
putting this
Laker
on?
pack.
What was this on? Let me catch it first.
This is gonna be on the. This is the my bold prediction for the NBA Finals, or
Oh,
for the
oh,
Lakers going to the finals. Is what I'm
Lakers,
saying.
Lakers. I'll give it to you if it's just the Lakers. We,
Okay.
you don't need the Heat either. I'll tell you
Okay.
what. I'll give you a 2-for-1 if I give you a parlay ticket. If you get either one of these teams into the goddamn finals, you might find yourself with a few Arizonas on the doorstep.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And in turn, we'll figure something out for you. I know you probably don't want no Arizonas, or you might want some Arizonas. We'll see. Hot day in Florida, you might need to crack one of them caps. Drink that on down.
Right. Yeah, it's never too bad for Arizona. Arizona travels everywhere.
Right. So, folks, like I was saying here, we'll see the rise of the Lakers. We're going to see them solidify, punch their ticket to the finals, to the Western Conference Finals tonight. Uh,
And
and
I
it
think
looks like
it looks like the Knicks gonna hold this one off. I think.
they're holding on. Yep, they're still up six right now. So
Yeah.
they're holding on. Only about 20 seconds left. So, yeah, I think it's safe to say that the Knicks will survive this one and push it to game six. So we'll just have
Man,
Miami in six.
well, we're gonna go nuts. Yeah, because I mean, realistically, it'd be real tough for the Knicks to come back. Look, they could do it though.
I mean, they can
Do
do it.
not do
Anything
not
can
count them
happen.
out. Good. I'd like to see it. That would just.
Dude, you know what? That would be incredible. I would not lie. But the likelihood of Jimmy Butler letting that happen is slim.
Hey, if Teacher Talking Sports is still watching this episode, if it does become a Knicks Lakers finals, you must come on the show. And we will be having
Yes,
a
sir.
guest appearance all of a sudden. I guarantee it.
Hmm.
Oh, Lordy, oh, Lordy. It
Hmm.
is, uh,
Yeah, we're gonna be talking to you soon, especially after whoever we beat in these Western Conference Finals. He don't think we can't make it past either one of these jabronis?
no, either one of them.
Please,
And to
please.
be honest with you,
They were better back in 2020.
this is the NBA championship in my opinion right now. They're playing for it right now. It,
Please.
it, it is
They're
the
like
Suns Nuggets
this
championship
ain't
game.
nothing but the Bills versus the Bengals. They just playing to see who's gonna lose to the champions.
Ah,
That's all
no,
this is.
no,
Playing to see who's gonna lose to the champions.
no,
Oh my
no, no.
Like we're
This is
playing
this,
Jacksonville right now. We're playing Jacksonville right
uh,
now,
it kind of
and they
looks
are
like
going,
it too.
yeah, and they're in this game trying to figure out who's gonna come face the champs, who's gonna come, who's gonna be Bobby Mercer, who's gonna come to the ice try to fight Victor Sweet. We gotta see what happens. Shout out to four brothers, Marky Mark, Andre 3000. Uh, what is it? Who's gonna come to the ice? Who's gonna do it?
That's
And
a
the
good
Knicks
question.
successfully hold off. Final score 112-103.
Ooh,
Knickerbockers.
Knicker, Knickerbockers.
The Knickerbockers. New York Knickerbockers. in 1930s basketball.
I still don't know what a Nick is.
No one does.
Yeah, like,
Unless
you
they're
know,
talking about Saint Nick.
I feel like I gotta, someone that drinks too much and slurs a little bit. Like, I gotta be careful how I even say Nick's. It's a dangerous name. Oh, I'm glad I'm not a fan base. My Knicks.
Right.
Like,
We
like
call them
no,
the
no.
Orange New York basketball team.
I'd have to wear a jersey everywhere I went so people knew what I was talking about.
Right. Exactly. Oh God. Call them the Harlem Knicks.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm talking about Harlem, not Brooklyn, Harlem.
Right.
Oh man. But no, speaking of, since we talking about all these players we've been talking about recently, let's go ahead and move on into our bowl seven here, because you'll be surprised who's on my list, and especially who's toward the top.
Well,
We're
it
gonna
should
move
be.
into it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the boom, 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 bowl seven, top seven NBA players right now. I'm talking right now, not yesterday, not yesteryear, not not years past, not decades past, not even a millennia past. I'm talking right meow in the words of Super Troopers. I'm gonna dive right on in, ladies and gentlemen, because I like this list. Number seven, a man I was just talking about, Jimmy Butler, without a shadow of a doubt, is one of the top players in these playoffs right now. He's one of the top players in the NBA, and he keeps showing himself to be that. They try to talk about him during the season. They say what's wrong with him. He's hit and miss and all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, he kind of all he do is just kind of always win. He's kind of always in the playoffs, kind of always in the picture to almost being in the finals. So respect to Jimmy Butler. Big shout out to him. You keep doing your thing. You lost tonight, but I'm more than sure you're going to wrap this up in the next game. I was just talking about you, my man. Number six, Steph the Chef Curry. Without a shadow of a doubt, still the best shooter in the game. Best player right now? No, because look at your team. You're in shambles. You're losing. I can't really give you higher kudos than that. Number five, future NBA champion once again, LeBron James, playing
LeBron
outstanding.
James.
LeBron James playing outstanding basketball. Got his team up 3-1, playing perfect complementary basketball, non-aggressive basketball, enough basketball to get the job done, to get all his young teammates focused and ready for the push ahead. The number four, Anthony Davis, without a shadow of a doubt, top defensive player in the NBA, top scorer in the NBA, top rebounder in the NBA. Anthony Davis is the staple of what you want a big man to be, truly. All around genius. He's the man. Number three, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Heard or not, out the playoffs or not, my boy Giannis Antetokounmpo, how they pronounce it, because half of that is really supposed to be silent. Uh, Look at without a shadow of a doubt. Really, he was almost MVP this year. Injuries plagued him. He's really almost a shoe in every year for MVP. He's always got his team number one in the East. It's hard to deny him. Number two, Nikola Jokic, the Joker. He's literally the only reason why Denver goes anywhere. I would be remiss to say that he's not the reason for the season out there. He's the best thing that happened to Denver since Russell Wilson brought Sierra out there. So shout out to Joker. Shout out to
I think he was.
shout-
I think he was there first.
was he? I don't know.
I
Well,
don't
even if
know.
he
I don't
was,
know.
either way, he's the best thing. Well, Sierra's the Lord.
The
Thank
best thing
yeah.
since,
The
at
best two
least. Yeah.
things in Denver. Let me rephrase that. There's only two good things in Denver: Nikolai Jokic and Sierra. Other than that, you can watch the state. And the number one player in the NBA right now is Joel Embiid. He's the MVP. He's the reason why the Sixers are where they are. He's the reason why the Sixers won this last game, playing on a hobbled knee and all, still coming with 33, 35 and 20, 33 and 20. So, without a shadow of a doubt, it's Embiid VP. Embiid VP, number one player in the NBA right now. That's my bold seven.
Not a bad list. Not a bad list. Not my list. Not a bad list.
Okay,
Uh,
okay. We're gonna
few.
see.
I was really surprised by a few names, but that happens.
I don't see how all these dudes. There's only one who's not actually actively playing in the playoffs right now. The other ones are ballers. Who you got a problem with on this list?
Oh, there's a couple of them. Let me just go ahead and give my top
I know
seven,
what the
folks.
problem is.
So
Two of
we,
them are Lakers. That's the problem.
yes,
That's what
exactly.
he's got a problem with. But hey, I don't write the script and I don't make
But
these boys
uh,
play.
I do believe we can point to those two as the prime examples of the discrepancies. So coming in at number 7 is Jason Tatum. Listen, folks, speaking of teams in the playoffs,
Show
talking about
cars.
leading teams, Jason Tatum, baller out there in Boston. Number 6, Luca, the most out of shape white person to ever make the NBA. Doesn't make any sense. It feels like if I actually had
Oh,
basketball talent, I would be Luca. And that's why I like him. And he's at number 6. Number 5 is Steph Curry. Listen, let's not pretend this man cannot shoot. He's still in the playoffs technically for another
a
2 hours
few
or
hours.
so. Yeah, so we'll give him that credit. Number 4, Kevin Durant. KD better make some work to get done to make sure he stays in the playoffs. But man, you talk about a single-hander game changer to any team that he decides to go to randomly. Since he doesn't no longer have his home in Seattle, he's a free agent everywhere, much like myself. So shout out Kevin Durant and the Suns. Number 3 is Giannis.
Antetokounmpo, baby.
Yeah,
How do we both have him at number three? That's see, recognize. I see
yeah,
you.
he's a bad,
You
bad
know,
man.
you can't deny him, man.
You can't
Open the
deny him.
door.
He's a beast, and it kind of disappoints me every year that he lands around that 3 or 4 mark because I really feel like he has what it takes to get that number 1 spot on any given
Almost
year.
every time, right?
Yeah,
So that
like
one year he won it, but yeah, between him and Joe, yeah,
like
I'm
he's
with you.
just right there. Number 2, Joel Embiid, MVP. Talking
Mm.
about my man. Look, big fan. Shout out 76ers, what they're
The
doing.
only KU graduate I respect.
Yeah,
I give it to you.
uh, and
And
he's
Will
my
Chamberlain, of course. Will to Still. Can't forget
right.
about him.
Can't forget about Will, but that was before our time. We
Right.
lived through the Joel MVP period, and it was excellent because
For real. Great basketball,
he
dude.
just didn't want to do nothing with KU. And you can tell it was a one and done year, and it was he did so excellent there. The disappointment in KU, and just to see him excel to an MVP, let you know,
Right.
F you,
Hats
KU.
off to you. Right. Exactly.
And then that leaves number 1, Joker. The should have been MVP. We got to give it to someone else. MVP. Like let's just call it what it is. He's taken over the league the last couple years. It doesn't make any sense. If Denver was smart, they'd put a little bit more around him. But look
I'm
where
trying
they're
to
at
tell you.
now. I'm about to. If they can get past the Suns, they win the championship.
I disagree with you wholeheartedly there because last time they got past the Suns, they played the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals and they lost. So,
Mm,
at least though, our top three are virtually the same. We literally have the three players in the top three, just in different orders.
right.
So at least we agree on something there. And the Steph Curry, we kind of had it almost in the same spot. I had him at 6, you had him at 5. So Yeah, I see you on some of those picks. Like I said, we're indifferent on other ones. Like I said, KD couldn't make my list because
Mm.
this is a what have you done for me lately, and he hasn't really done anything lately. Just to be flat out honest, and I'm a KD fan. I've always said when Kobe hung it up, I ride with KD, and I do. I'm still a fan, but not this list, not the 7 yet. But we'll see if he can pull something out tomorrow. We might jostle this thing around. It's fluid, like they like to say. We can move this thing around a little bit. But
Right.
right now, Jimmy
What about the
Butler.
other snub and Luca?
Luka's not in the offs. Luka's at home.
True.
Luka's nothing to talk about.
What about
So,
my boy Tatum?
what about him?
He didn't make your list either, and I thought that
No,
was gonna.
because Joel, he the MVP, and he's up in the series.
True.
Got to give it to him.
Joel, I just thought there was room for Tatum and Joel.
I gotta give it.
Completely different ends of the spectrum, obviously.
Right.
But, like it's not and. There's a few ands in between, but
No, I totally get it, man. Yeah, if Anthony Davis and LeBron wasn't playing such good basketball, we could have probably had a slot for him. But Anthony Davis is almost averaging 30 and 20. He's doing stuff that big men really don't be doing. Him and Joel Embiid, both of them are really putting up numbers during this run that we haven't seen. So I'm just saying, take a look at it, man. And and AD got something that Joker ain't never had. LeBron. And a chip already. Like I said, like we just said, Joker, like I said, he needs something else, man. Jamal Murray ain't enough. Tavius Caldwell Pope, like no, like didn't you see why we got rid of him and y'all went and signed him? Like, come on now. So we'll see, man. It's teetering, but I'm pretty sure Denver will finish that series. I don't think Phoenix has enough to mount the comeback.
The fat lady is not sung, and I will not be gone.
But I do hear a hum
until it happens.
I hear a hum. I hear some vocal exercising going on. Right. Here's some Renaissance stuff going on.
Shit.
Oh no.
We might have to.
I be walking a winter morning. This we waking up in a field full of daisies, frolicking. Oh, but ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna see. Like I said, give me a few hours here, and we'll see a reaction video to this Laker game either way. And right now, it's not looking so good. Golden State is jumping down their throat. So we'll see what happens. I've talked a good game. Let's see if they can back it up. Ooh, 17-5. They're piling it on. So we'll see, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. KC, anything else you want to add to the folks?
Kevin Durant, wake up. Wake up. I need you.
Right. Please. No, for sure. Chris Paul.
Yes.
Where are you at? Where are you? SOS. Somebody put out an SOS for this man's ankles.
Get it together. Come on,
you would really think just Devin Booker and KD would be enough. But like I said, Joker just gets triple doubles. It's just they just can't stop it.
Yeah.
Too frail down there.
I feel like that's been Kevin Durant's problem is he's just he can only carry so much, He can only carry so far.
Yep.
He needs talent around him, and these bums like to pretend that since he's there, they don't have to show up to work anymore. Don't make any sense.
I love it. I understand. Oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to adjourn this episode here. I've got to get to this Laker game. Thank you all for watching episode number 45. We've been putting it in 500 subscribers. We're in thousands of likes on the short videos and everything. We just want to say thank you for coming through. Thank you for bringing the traffic through. Thank you for hitting the like button. Keep leaving comments. Tell us where we going off. Tell us your bowl seven. Who the top seven in the league right now? Who do y'all think? If you disagree with my list, Mr. Casey's list, let us know where you disagree, or let us know where you do agree. Tell me how I nailed it, because I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all agree with me. So, like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you guys for your time, Mr. Casey. I got to get to this Laker game.
Yes, sir. Let's get to it.